Hallo, herzlich willkommen zu Frog Fractions Game of the Decade Edition. Ich habe schon mal reingespielt, ich habe nichts verstanden. Ich weiß nicht, inwiefern wir hier eine komische, bizarre Situation haben, in der wir sagen würden, ich weiß nicht, worum es wirklich geht. Ich kann schon Folgendes verraten. Ich habe schon diesen Teil sehr lange gespielt, weil man sieht ja jetzt schon 4/3 Punkte, 7/3 Punkte. Und es macht irgendwie keinen Sinn. So. Und nachdem wir das hier fertig gespielt haben, ein Level, kann man hier Upgrades bekommen. Und ich habe das schon mal so gemacht. Lock-on Targeting. This eyeball installed auto-targeting HUD helps you to make a glowy red list of bugs. Lock-on? Es ist einfach... Sieht so herrlich bescheuert aus. Yeah, static cling tongue. Rub balloons against your tongue before extending it. Nearby bugs will stick to one another. Science! Was wollen wir doch machen? Ach, too expensive. Anything your regular old frog can do, this new Frankel cybernetic frog brain can do better. Wir machen mal ein bisschen Upgrade. Was auch immer ist. Ach, jetzt habe ich komische Hochzahlenbrüche in Punktzahl. Was auch immer das bedeutet. In diesem Mathe-Fächlein habe ich nie wirklich aufgepasst. Yeah, static Klingtong. Also ich hatte das schon mal so weit gespielt, dass ich hier irgendwie fliegen konnte. Ich habe das lange nicht mehr gespielt, aber ich will jetzt mal mich mehr mit beschäftigen. Das, ach, wie heißt dieses Genre? Nochmal. Install Lock-on will ich nicht. Turtle. Upgrade your lily pad to a turtle friend. You can ride him over to grab fruit off the side. Ah, okay. WASD. Sehr gut. Ja, jetzt endlich sind wir mal richtig im Game. Genau, und das wusste ich auch noch. Wer hat denn hier bitteschön den ganzen Crap auf dem Boden gelandet? Like a billion. Okay, wir haben genug Fruit for the eternity. Zip, zip, zip. Bugs will take longer to eat them. Dragon, genau. Da war's doch. Und fliegen. So, das kann ich nämlich hier, glaube ich... Kann ich jetzt hier schon rüberfliegen? Ich glaube, ich könnte auch mal höher fliegen oder so. Und irgendwann war es mir zu langweilig. Da habe ich aufgehört. Ein Geschenk gerade? Sehr langsam. Ich würde gerne noch irgendwie Speed Boost oder sowas haben. Warp Drive. Install a Warp Drive on your Flying Dragon. PR department. This well-trained team of marketers ensure that the public has the correct impression of you. Sowas braucht jeder, glaube ich mal. Dance shoes. Designed for the professional dancer, these low-rise slip-ons have a two-part rubberized sole for maximum control. Voice modulator. Warp Drive. Das war das, glaube ich. Where I go places. Moin Doggy. Glad you could finally make it. Lieutenant Hop. You're dealing with Piggy. Careful around those asteroids. Don't let... Okay, ja. Okay, daran kann ich mich nicht mehr wirklich erinnern, aber es war auf jeden Fall irgendwas strange. Was zur Hölle spiele ich hier gerade? Hallo Schneemann. Hallo Stuhl. Geiles sind. Hallo Chicken. Und doch einfach nur eine Google-Suche angeschmissen. Let the asteroids push you around. We said not to do that. Lass es mal versuchen. Don't forget to avoid bullets. Flying with you, Lieutenant Hop. Das war gerade so ein bisschen die Stimme wie No Refuge. Oh, hello. I wonder the big guy over here has any tips about dealing with fractions. What the hell? Try the core. Warte mal, ich muss mal kurz die Heizung anlachen. Mir wird ein bisschen kalt hier im Space. Mr. Hop, the charges against you are severe. You're accused of breaking and entering into our native habitat, Bugmars, with intent to... Geil, dass hier auch eine US-Flagge da ist, aber okay. With intent to purloin our delicious space fruit. How do you plead? Ja, guilty. Obwohl, ich habe in letzter Zeit ein bisschen Ace Attorney gespielt. Has anyone told you that you look delicious? Ja, habe ich die sonst gegessen die ganze Zeit? Has anyone ever told you that you look delicious? Not with that glassy-eyed stare, no. These charges carry a minimum sentence of 20 years hard labor, but there's a special offer this week. How'd you like to become a naturalized citizen of Bugmars? Nee, eigentlich will ich kein Bugmars-Typ werden. Get them off the bugs off. How do you feel about bribes? Nein, das machen wir nicht. I don't know, what about the hours? What are the hours? Muss immer vigilant sein. Was ist denn vigilant noch? Here all you need to pass a test on the history and culture of this fine planet. What do they represent? A bug flag has 4 bug stripes. Crushing our enemies and our powerful mandibles. I must feel their bones breaking now. Next question. On the serious Bug Jersey Shore, what is Bug Snooky's favorite flavor of ice cream? Trick question. Ice cream is unheard of on Bugmars because of the climate. Well, I had to try, didn't I? 420 months ago, Bug-in-Chief Bug Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Bugs that we are blessed with which inalienable right. How the hell should I know? I'm a frog. It's correct. During the War of Bug 1812, General Stonewall Buck Jackson held off the nefarious Frog Armada single-handedly. How many mecha frogs did he crush under the wheels of his Mercedes bucks? 420. I swear they counted them twice. That's not just a pot joke. Ja, komm. 420. Shameful moment in our history. He regretted it for the rest of his life. Last question, Mr. Hop. How do you feel about fractions? Ach, deswegen heißt das Spiel Frog Fractions? Yeah, an intuitive way to represent a non... I'm actually leaning slightly towards the scientific notation these days. I've never really dealt with them. Kein Plan. I think you're a huge Philistine and I hope you die, but that is correct. I'm impressed, Mr. Hop. Yours is the first perfect score a fake naturalization program has ever seen. We were going to fire you into the sun, but instead we've decided to issue you a work visa. You'll just sign here? Bugs, bugs, bugs. Everyone loves a lovely signature. Just ask Buck John Hancock. Oh, machen wir hier die klassische Abschrift S. Natürlich ein Schmetterling. Oh Gott. Sind wir immer noch... Das ist so... Von den sprechenden Schauspielern, Schaulogos da ist es so ein bisschen zwischen Banjo-Kazooie und Star Fox und gleichzeitig ist es aber hier mega komisches Warp Drive. Jetzt können wir die PR-Department. Warte mal. Warum ist denn das 2000 Sorgmitz? Auch Sorgmitz. Okay, was geht hier ab? Mit das hier jetzt Sorgmitz? No thanks. Warte mal, können wir weiter hoch? Nee. Dann würde ich sagen, ich hau ab. Und es geht. Was geht hier vor?
As conceived in 1632 by Portuguese printing press operator André Felipe, boxing was a gentleman's game in which two men would square off and regale each other with stories monotonous for days on end, until one of them fell to the ground from boredom or exhaustion. Over the next few years, the new sport developed a respectable following of a few hundred local socialites.
Alright. Boxing als ich kipp Sport.
It was Felipe's son, André Felipe, who developed what he called the punching strategy in 1637 after seeing a schoolboy strike another in anger, causing him to fall down. When André Felipe challenged the then champion, British expatriate Sleepless Bill Bishop, to a match, Bishop was the odds-on favorite. You can imagine his surprise when he was describing what he had for breakfast that morning. André walked up and thumped him in the neck, sending him down for the count in the parlance of our time.
Okay, Boxen, was hat er gesagt? Boxen ist vom Schulhof gekommen. Kann ich die Fische irgendwie... Jetzt sind wir so halb irgendwie bei Metroid und einem Unterwasser-Level von Donkey Kong oder Mario angekommen. Was aber irgendwie auch gar nichts bringt mit einer komischen Novelle irgendwie. wieder mit reingemixt wurde.
While it was universally agreed that the boy had violated the spirit of the game, officials were unable to find any actual rule that punching violated, and were forced to let the victory stand. This upset caused an uproar in the boxing community large enough to spill over into local newspapers, which drew the interest of many outsiders to come see what all the fuss was about. The newcomers were enthralled to engage in these borderline barbaric displays of human strength and skill, and the rest is history. After a few spoiled sport school moms, single-minded about safety, added the padded gloves, of course.
Okay, also Sportsmoms sind dafür verantwortlich, dass beim Boxen Handschuhe getragen wurden dann.
Today's boxing enthusiasts fantasize about a newcomer that would rock the ring the way Felipe did. Calcification of the modern rule set has essentially locked the punching strategy into place, but it's easy to get caught up in the fantasy. Young scholars with big dreams often enter the ring with their crazy new trick, usually a variant of hypnosis, and though they've achieved the occasional victory, none of the gimmicks have been robust enough to make it to the big time.
Okay. Ich bin auf jeden Fall froh, dass wir nicht mehr dieses grässliche Shooter-Spiel spielen müssen. Aber jetzt wird uns über Boxen referiert. Und ich weiß nicht, ob das besser ist. Ich weiß auch nicht, wo wir jetzt gerade auf dem Mars... Also es gibt Wasser auf dem Mars.
The real wonder, though, is that Andre Felipe's original vision of boxing is still around. Gentlemen's boxing clubs can be found in cities all over the world. You can visit one most any day of the week and see two erudite gentlemen exchanging pleasantries in the ring. Most people only come to watch a few hours of a match and then leave, but every once in a while you'll find amongst your elders a stout fellow, a die-hard fan, who perhaps witnessed that historic battle between Felipe and Bishop, who for love of the sport must stay to witness the last glorious seconds of wakefulness slip away, only to return to fight again another day.
Okay, wir fliehen jetzt gerade, aber diese Rakete erinnert mich irgendwie an so einen Zeichentrickfilm, wo man damals nachts eine Rakete gebaut hat irgendwie. Okay, wo sind wir jetzt schon wieder? Oder in Pikmin. Is that it? The rumbling seems to have stopped, and you feel the intense downward pressure let up. A moment you calm down enough to start taking in your surroundings for the first time since the seemingly dormant vessel sprang to life. Command module. The walls of this circular room curve to meet at a point that must correspond to the curved nose of the outer hull. Lining the walls, you see a pothole, a glowing display, and a control deck. The ladder leads aft. If you don't know how to get started, type help. Gott, wir sind jetzt in einem Text-Adventure. Okay, lining, look around. The walls of the circular room curve to meet at a point that must correspond to the curved nose of the outer hull. Okay, go to display. That's not a place you can go. Go to control deck. Okay, help. What's next? Look around, examine, inventory, get wrench, get turn knob, push button. Remember, the adventure game is maxim. If it's possible to do, it must be good and wise. Okay. Examine display. The glowing green display shows a map The galaxy with a destination you don't recognize marked. An eta of about 3000 years. Looking closer, you see two on-screen buttons labeled route details. Press button. The nav computer dumps you into an interface so abstruse that before you even consciously process what's happening, you've hit the back button. Okay. New destination. Okay, back. Up. Examine. Keine Ahnung. Turn knob. Look. Examine control deck. Control deck consists of an array of switches and a pair of joysticks. Let's hope you never need to override the ship's autopilot, because these are definitely not frog joysticks. Okay. Examine ladder. Ladder leads afterward into the ship. Use ladder. You'll have to be more specific. Go up. Ladder. You clamber across the ladder. Captain's quarters. This looks like an all-purpose living area. A sleeping pod sits next to a nightstand. Sleeping pod? A ladder leads to the fore. An oriental rug lies in the center of the aft wall. Examine sleeping pod. Sleeping pod looks like a bed with a lid, but you have to assume it's got some sort of suspend animation functionality. I mean, right? There's a hole on top. The gauge reading get in sleeping pod. Can't safely sleep until you're confident that you'll return to Bug Mars by the end of the trip. Okay, look. Ladder. I don't know. Go down ladder. Examine porthole. Through the porthole you can see a background of stars shifting. Constellations are unfamiliar to you. Okay, ich muss irgendwie... Habe ich denn ein Inventory? You're not holding anything. Okay. Go or examine display. A glowing green display shows a map of the galaxy. Two on-screen push button new destination. Examine buttons. Wie kann man die denn? Around examine, inventory, get, turn, enter new destination. Okay, ich komme hier gerade nicht weiter. Look around. Examine. X new destination. The new destination button pulses softly as though it's just as sick of the current route as you are. Push new destination. Enter new destination. Enter new destination. New destination. Hä? Hä? Get. Open. Open? Enter new destination. Push new Destination button. Examine. Look. The walls. Bla 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 bla. Display. Porthole. Was ist da nochmal? Look. Porthole. Nee, look. Walls. Look. Walls. Look around. Control deck. Use control deck. Keine Ahnung. Go to control deck. Examine control deck. Hope you never need to override the ship's autopilot. Override autopilot. Best not to fiddle with the controls. Fiddle with the controls. Okay, climb ladder. Sleeping pod. Or climb. No, weiß nicht. Take rug. Moving the rug, you discover a recessed hatch below it. Open hatch. You have to work it a bit, but after you give the wheel a few spins, the hatch pops open. Look hatch. Hatch is open. Enter hatch. Nearly every surface in this room is covered with sticky pink goop, which seems to be thicker near a grey machine sitting in the corner. A hole in the wall exposes a nest of wires. There is a hatch leading back to the captain's quarters before. Examine machine. Machine consists of spigot aimed at a flat platform. Handwritten sheet of paper has been hastily taped. Examine paper. This is the out of order note included in your game package. Geil. Take paper. You rip the note off, leaving a fluttering piece of electrical tape behind and revealing a control panel. Use control panel. You have to be more specific. Examine control panel. Most of the control panel is rendered unusable by the sticky pink goop. See a row of what look like radio preset buttons, all but 2 of which are stuck. Big red lever. Okay. Pull lever. The machine wears dispensing mom's specialty. A voice says pink goop streams out of the faucet, splashing against the flat platform and getting everywhere. A couple drops land in your mouth and you recognize the flavor. Bacon milkshake. Atmospheric anomaly detected. A different voice says. A whirring sound ensures use and the bulk of the goop is sucked into invisible vents, leaving just enough goop floating around to be gross and annoying. Atmosphere purified. Okay, now look. Every surface in the... Okay, it's a spin goop. Okay, nochmal examine machine. Ja, use machine. X machine, habe ich doch schon gesagt. Take electrical tape. Taken. Okay, inventory. Out of order knob. Electrical tape. Look around. Pink goop. Take goop. Can't get a meaningful amount just by collecting. Wires. Peering into the exposed machinery, you see what looks like an empty coffee can that you're guessing doesn't belong there. Take can. You twist the can and it eventually comes loose, but you've ripped the insulation off and adjacent wire in the process and it begins sparking as it becomes in contact with an adjacent strut. Okay, use tape to cable. Wire. I only understood as far as use tape. Use a tape with wire. You wrap the tape around the bare wire, insulating it. Okay. Okay, X machine. Machine consists of a blah blah blah. Flat platform. Put coffee in a cup on platform. Use lever. Okay, pull lever. The machine says blah blah blah. It mostly gets everywhere, but the coffee can does it. Yeah, cool. Take can. Okay, inventory. Out of order node and the can of pink goop. Okay, look around. Okay, wir haben jetzt die pink goop. Near a gray machine. Out with a sticky pink goop. Okay, wir gehen wieder take ladder. Nee, go to captain's quarters. Climb ladder. Okay, use the pour can on control deck. Pour can. Pour can on display. Hä? Ey, ich muss mal kurz googeln. Ich bin gerade so ein bisschen, also Text Adventures sind nicht meine Stärke. Rock Fractions Text Adventure Solution. Bitte. Möglichst wenig. Okay. Was muss ich tun? Up, down arrow, behavior to develop. Enter hatch, get can, get paper, get tape. Put tape on wire, put can on spigot. Was ist denn Spigot? Abfahren. Put can on spigot. Pull lever, push button, pull lever. Okay, Moment nochmal. Wo muss ich hin? Turn hatch. Nee, climb ladder. Okay, turn hatch. Nee, go enter hatch. Okay, X Machine. So, was sollen wir tun? Put can on spigot. Push button. Erase button clicks into place and the previously selected button pops out. Local currency. Okay, pull button. Erase button. Ah ne, push button wollte ich. Okay, pull lever. Ah, Sorgmits. A thick stream of Sorgmits shoot out on the faucet. They bounce out of the can and scatter around the room. Okay, ist es gut? Get Sorgmits. You spent a few minutes gathering up the scattered Sorgmits. Okay, cool. Was können wir jetzt machen? Gehen wir mal zurück. Enter Hatch. Und was für ein Hole? Look. Look Hole. sleeping pod. Ich schreibe mal put can in hole. Das sagt die Lösung. Okay, das ist anscheinend nicht das Richtige. Was habe ich denn? Order Note, Sorgmitz. Ach, da muss ich wieder enter hatch. Get can. Enter hatch. Get put can in hole. You bring the can close to the hole and the hole sucks the pink goop right in. Nearby gorge fills up. Okay. Mal look around. Ja, hier, also examine, look around. Living area. Sie steht jetzt, ich soll drawer. Read the manual. It's a manual for the navigation computer in the command module. Okay, cool. Dann müssen wir ja eigentlich be confident you understand how to use the interface. Okay, dann climb ladder. Das kann ich, glaube ich, wieder. Ich wusste zwar nicht, warum ich da jetzt einen Drawer habe, aber okay. Use. Nee. Use display. Go to display. Examine display. Enter new destination. You deftly plot, of course, back to Bugmars. Engines roar and you feel G-forces shift. The ETA reads 57 and 350 years. Das klingt doch vernünftig. You run a diagnostic and determine that the vast majority of the time is going to be spent going through bug customs. Luckily, you can sleep through most of it. Okay, cool. Dann können wir doch zurückgehen. Enter ladder. Dann wo steht das? Hier use sleeping. Examine sleeping pod. Looks like a bed with a lid. But you have to assume it's got some sort of spans. Blah 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 blah. There's a hole on top next to gorge reading full. Ah, okay. Use get in. Get in sleeping pod. What next? Blah blah blah. You lie down in the sleeping pod, close the lid, and drift off secure within 57 years. When you wake up, you're clearly not on your sleep pod. You blurrily glance around to get your bearings, and you appear to have been sleeping on a heart-shaped bed covered with roses. Okay. A voice comes from the next room. Awake already? A wispy human figure in a bathrobe and crown walks in. Bends over and kisses you on the nose, and suddenly you feel your body shifting. Yay, she laughs and claps, and you realize that you've been transmogrified into a human form. What the hell? Okay. Okay, ich kann natürlich jetzt nix. Geil, natürlich, ja, ich kann dir nix. Oh shit, was ist passiert? You wake with a start. What a horrible dream. You call your friend, Draggy the Flying Dragon. Just talk to someone. Yellow, Draggy says. I just had the worst nightmare. You explain the situation. I'm not sure that a support group for human bug eaters is really going to get much of a following. Draggy ponders. Maybe if we drummed up a little publicity first? I know just the PR agency. 5 minutes later, Draggy shows up at your door, dressed to the nines. He tosses a frog tuxedo at you. Put this on, babe. We're running for president. Ja. Candidate Hop. What say you to allegations that you are not a natural born citizen? Oh shit, machen wir jetzt ein Tanzspiel? Okay, alles klar. Ach, du liebes bisschen. Ey, wird das wenigstens mal... Boah, Alter. Yeah, I'm getting good at this. Kann man eigentlich mashen? Okay, mashen geht. Ja, great. Oh man, you smoked them. What the hell, bin ich jetzt Frog-König? Was zur Hölle ist dieses Spiel? Dark, hey. Draggy.
Here's your bug coffee, Mr. President. Heavy on the cream.
Kann ich irgendwas tun? Weather Report. Porn. Cost to produce bug porn. How many megabytes of bug porn do you wish to make? 1. How many pop-up banner ads do you want to purchase? 20. What price do you wish to charge for a megabyte of bug porn? 40.
I prefer something more, private and generous.
Bugs Marvel. Okay. You made 1 megabyte of bug porn at 10,000 a megabyte. You sold 1 megabyte of bug porn at $40 a megabyte. Budget. Okay, ich habe irgendwie verkackt, glaube ich. How many Sorgmits do you want to order? Bug Federal Reserve to print. Profit. Ach du liebes bisschen. Keine Ahnung. 300.000? That's confident, huh? What the hell? Ey, wo sind wir denn jetzt auf einmal? Bug Drugs. Too expensive. Okay. Also der Business Simulator ist auf jeden Fall okay. How many megabytes of bug porn? Okay. Es kostet anscheinend. Warte mal, wir brauchen viele Sorgmets. Das ist das Spiel, oder? Dann mache ich mal 100. Pop-up Banner Ads. 15.000 Sorgmets each. Dann machen wir mal 200. So, wie viel kostet das? Machen 30.000. Sind das 300? Egal. How many pop-up? Come on, let's be reasonable. Okay, 200, 300, 200, 100, 50? Price to you? Okay, 300.000.
Relax. Just be yourself.
Evil like bug poisoning, blah, gave your product thumbs up. You made 100 bag of bug porn. You sold 0 Megabyte of bug porn. Okay. How many Sorgments do you want to order the bug? Okay, komm, wir nehmen einfach mal, gib mir mal Geld. I guess we'll let your successor worry about the inflation problem. Ja, bitte. Habe ich jetzt Geld? Bug drugs. Drugging the water supply will pacify delinquent bugs, keeping them off the streets and out of trouble. Not constantly staying home and watching bug porn. Das ist doch gut. Okay. Also ich check das zwar nicht, aber wir machen jetzt mal 100 MB. Und wir machen jetzt mal 200. 200. So, und wie viel kostet das? 11.000?
Impressive wingspan.
Wie viel habe ich denn verkauft? Profit minus 4. 100 MB. Sold 0 MB. Geil, habe ich ja. Komm, wir hauen einfach Geld. Inflation Problem, scheißegal. Satelliten, help your meteorologists provide more accurate and precise weather forecasts. Also man ist jetzt wirklich in einem Retro-Game. Assets. Keine Ahnung. Ich mache jetzt mal, ich meine, es kostet ja, ich mache jetzt mal 10 MB. So, 15.000, ich mache jetzt mal, keine Ahnung, 3 Banner-Ads. Hier. So, und keine Ahnung, 100 $.
It's not you. It's my inability to distinguish you from prey.
Ich habe immer noch nichts verdient. Null. Kann ich jetzt noch mehr kaufen? Padlocks. Ach, adding padlocks and bug porn storage warehouses should cut down on shrinkage. Ah, ich verstehe es immer noch nicht. Okay, 10 MB. 5 Banner-Ads. Charge $100.
Thanks, but I'm into ladybugs.
Musician decide to make bug classical crossover today. Nobody's quite sure of what to make of it. You made 10 MB, blah blah blah. You sold 10 MB of bug porn at 100. Budget. GDP. Habe ich jetzt was verdient oder nicht? Mir einfach 2000. So, was können wir hier noch? Resident Swimming Pool. Oh, sind wir endlich damit durch? When you're done taking. Kann ich hier abhauen? Wir sind durch, oder? Was zur Hölle habe ich da gerade gespielt? Das ist vor allen Dingen gerade Rage Against the Machine. Das ist Rage Against the Machine Cover. Killing in the Name of, glaube ich. Ja, was zur Hölle habe ich da gerade gespielt? Und währenddessen gucken wir einfach Bugborn, ne? Kann man das vielleicht irgendwie vorspulen? Zoom Game. Fullscreen. Ich mach kurz off. Muss ich nebenher was nachgucken? Nein. Wow, this game is quite interesting how parallel these various other games meshes disparate genres and all into one game. Let's play all the music sound effects used in the game. Okay. Also ich habe wirklich gerade überhaupt keinen Schimmer, was ich da gespielt habe. Und ich wollte jetzt nochmal nebenher googeln. Weil ich kann es jetzt gerade nicht spielen. Weil irgendwie, es gibt so ein Genrename, das Ding heißt. Game, Edutainment Game. Ist das Edutainment? Nee, das ist nicht Edutainment, das ist irgendwie... Es gibt sowas Ähnliches wie, ich hatte irgendwie letztes Mal so ein Spiel gespielt, das hieß irgendwie so Stick with Fire oder einfach nur a Stick. So Unfolding Games oder sowas, wie das heißt. Memory of Beard Number 2. Congratulations, you finished Frog Fractions and are certified Frog Fractioneer. But are you ready for the ultimate Frog Fractions experience by the Hobbs Iconic Cap DLC? Wearing a hat. Is taken to the sound test. Kann man jetzt tatsächlich DLC kaufen? Tatsächlich. Für 8,19 €. Das machen wir jetzt mal nicht. Take me to the sound test. Okay. Alright. Ich habe keinen Plan, was wir gerade gespielt haben. Aber Leute, das war Frog Fractions. Ich hatte schon öfters was davon gehört. Ich habe es jetzt mal angespielt. Und es ist weird. Okay, müssen wir jetzt nicht weiterspielen. Es ist weird, ich mag gerne weirde Spiele, aber das ist mir, glaube ich, ein Ticken zu weird gewesen. So, sage ich jetzt erstmal dazu. Ich bin mal weg. Das ist ein Video. Bis YouTube.